Now, we can start our multiple wavelets here. Okay, so you need to read this one here. Source. So source here means that since we have this file in our working directory, it's going to rely on the codes in that file to work. I skipped some method. Hopefully, it shouldn't create any problems for us. Okay, so you run the source here, and it will work because the file is inside our working directory. If this file is not inside the working directory, then this line will not work. Okay. So let me go back to 9 here. I want to show you something for the 9. We know 9 is too much, but let's use that. I want to show you. So here, what we want is the wavelet, multiple wavelet correlation, but for the bivariate case for all the variables. So, and one limitation of this particular package is this. For the bivariate, it can only take 7 variables at a time. So if you have a data with more than 7 variables, you cannot get all of them at a time. For the bivariate only, not the multivariate. Yeah, so if it has more than 7 variables, so for anyone with more than 7 variables, you will need to split them and look at the bivariate separately. Okay. So since we are used to WF, let me just use WF for the filter. Change that. Okay, so let's run the lines. Okay. Now, here we see WC wavelet correlation. Okay, this is the data frame, not the data frame, it's a time series. Okay, this is our filter, and this is number of skills. Everything else is default. So, it is showing anyway. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. You see that for the skills beyond which the method is picking correlations are any. So it's telling you that with the data and the algorithm, it will not go beyond skill. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It will not go beyond that. 8 quarters is how many? 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, so basically your long term should be 2 years. That's according to the algorithm. So what you will do is that now we need to go back and change it to 4 and run again so that we have a complete. Okay, so this one is clean. What you should realize is that, so look at this. Look at the coefficients, for example, they will not change. If we did 7, we'll keep the coefficients the same, but something happened. The same, yeah. See, the coefficients are the same; they don't change. Yeah. It's only the NAs that they are showing. So normally, what I do is, if I'm not able to write it to CSV, because the matrix is not balanced, I'll choose a longer scale, get them into CSV, and then when I go there, I'll remove those NAs, and I can come back, go back to my scale, and get my plot, which I'll use. Okay, so both of you watch this. I hardly get that error. So this is what will usually happen. When you plot this, right, you have this plot show. But what you realize that this heat map, the bar here will not show. Okay, the bar will not show. And you have an error saying that screen graphics too large, something like that. Okay. Graphics too large, something like that. Picture too large, or something of that sort. So when you have that, what you should do is that you will come here and expand the plot like this. You just expand it. Don't close it, expand it. When you expand it, you leave it there and go and run the same line again. If you run it again, then you have your full plot with the heat map, with the indicator here showing, and the error will be gone. So when you get there and you encounter that, go through this trick, it should work. Okay, a few things to look out for in this plot. Here, you see that the scale is giving you an indication of some negative correlations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the deep blue is negative. The highest positive is 0.67, that's red. Okay. So now look at the indications here. C1 all the way to C5, that is how you have arranged your variables in your table.
Mm.
So C1 is PR, C2 is what? You can put it on the screen so that we'll see. Where are they? Where are they? Okay, I think this one will give us, yeah. So C1 is PR, C2 is CR, C3 is ER, C4 is IR, and C5 is RY. That's how you look at it. So let me annotate and see. Come on. Okay, so here is the correlation between PR and ER, C1 and C3. Okay. And realize that, so for here, so all this line is for those two. They move from 0.39 to 0.2. Then they increase 0.52 and reduce at the last scale in 0.35. See some form of interplay of decoupling and recoupling in between those two variables. But C3 and C4, so that would be ER and what? ER and
IR.
ER and IR. You see that the correlations are increasing along the way. So that's a form of integration in the long term. Yeah. C2 and C3, it makes sense, right? Because they are what variables?
Interest rate and exchange rate.
Okay, that's fine. C2 and C3 are decoupling completely. Look at them. So credit, what was it? Credit and what? Exchange rate. Makes sense, oh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the higher the other, you expect people to borrow less.
Yeah.
Then, so let's look at the negative ones. What is happening with them? What's unique about those variables? C1 and C2. C1 is CPI inflation and C2 is credit. They move in the opposite direction, but strong, a little bit, let's say moderate, 48% is like halfway through. And the same with C2 and C5. C2 is credit and GDP, for C5.
Yeah.
That's basically expenditure and GDP. So they are strong, but moderate. So we're looking at your variables, you should be able to see how the interpretation and the relationship makes sense in the context of your study. Let's see C3 and C5. Zero relationship in the short term, C3 and C5. C3 is exchange rate and GDP. Takes a while for them to start to correlate.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is through the net export effect on GDP.
Okay.
That could take a while, given your maybe trade balance dynamics to exchange rate movement. It's more of long term.
Yeah. So that's why when you are looking at macroeconomic variable, you need to look at the lag effect. Yeah. Yes. So this is for the bivariate. Now all these coefficients, you can save them into Excel, and then you can present them as tables if you want in your work. And for a thesis, you may want to keep all of them. If it's a paper and you are running against space, then you can choose not to present them. So these are the correlations, all of them. And these are the ones, these ones, the top two. So you see this one? That is the ones that you need, the ones that are in the plot. Okay. Let me see if I can write them to CSV. If it doesn't work, I'll increase the skills, get them in a way that I can write them, and when I go there, I can remove them. Okay. So it won't work. You see, 10 rows against 4 columns. It will not work because of this thing. So what I can do, since I already have my plot, I can make this 7 and then try to save it. Again, it doesn't work. So what will work for me? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is 5. So let me do 5 by 5 and see. They don't affect the correlations anyway. Yeah, see, this one has worked. And I go into the data. So these are the correlations. Yes. I have it. I don't need the rest, and I can delete the NS. Okay. Yeah. So now